The thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Tama is drawing away, and Tama with Mike Smith, they win the Bet Parks Pennsylvania Derby.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parks Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
Il Miracolo now in command.
Let's Go Racing is proudly brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
Welcome to Let's Go Racing. I'm Danny Gibson here with Dick Girardi. And Tony Black, Parks Hall of Fame jockey, gets another big honor in Philadelphia. The Breeders' Cup was amazing, Dick, and I gave you the winner of the Classic, and much more coming up on your favorite TV show, Let's Go Racing. The Breeders' Cup was amazing.
It was. A lot of favorites won, especially on Saturday, but it was high-class racing, and now the question is who's horse of the year, which we can get into at some point. But, yeah, and it culminated, I mean, unfortunately we lost, sadly, Go Rocket Ride, then Arcangelo couldn't run. And all of a sudden, White Barrio out of nowhere, who ran in last year's Pennsylvania Derby, and really hadn't been much after the Florida Derby of 2022, but all of a sudden he became a new horse. And if you remember, Danny, I said like 2 months ago on this show, I said, look out. You could see it coming, and then you and I last week just said, don't look out. Bet on White Barrio.
Absolutely. Well, let's get to it. We're talking about the Breeders' Cup Classic. This is the big one, $6 million. They're going to go 1.25 mile distance, and White Barrio, the very horse we're talking about, is our post-time favorite.
Yeah, and this was a race you could see. Saudi Crown was going to be out there. Arabian Night was going to be out there. And as I saw the race, I said, you know what? White Barrio is going to be sitting third, get the perfect trip. That's exactly what's going to happen.
And Arabian Night, we just talked about, is our second choice, Bob Baffert. He was a horse that showed a lot of promise early on.
Yeah, for sure. And if you went just by workouts, Arabian Night was your horse. He was awesome. In fact, all the Baffert horses ran right to their workouts. The problem was, Danny, none of them were quite fast enough to win.
Here's the call of the Breeders' Cup Classic.
And Arabian Night is the leader through a 22.46 opening quarter mile. He was rushed to the front end here, and the pace is hot. Saudi Crown a length and a half behind. White Barrio stalks in third. Dermasotagage is fourth. He's 3.5 lengths off the lead. Then it's Zandon, 3 back to Proxy alongside of Miss the Cut. Ushpa Tesoro has moved out of the back of the pack now. He's 9 lengths behind up the backstretch. And then it's Dreamlike, Clapton, and Senor Buscador. Bright Future trails 45.73 was the half mile for Arabian Night, who leads it by 3/4 of a length. Saudi Crown on the outside second. White Barrio continues to stalk the top two as they race for the far turn. Dermasotagake has come under pressure. So too Zandon. They're both being asked to run, as is Ushpa Tesoro, and he's 9 lengths off the lead around the far turn. Arabian Night. White Barrio circles up on the outside. Saudi Crown all out between those two. Then it's Dermasotagake. Ushpa Tesoro is beginning to move on the outside, but work to do as White Barrio and Arabian Night turn for home together in the Breeders' Cup Classic. White Barrio has taken the lead. Arabian Night gives way. Dermasotagake and Ushpa Tesoro are trying to close the gap, but it is White Barrio and Brad Ortiz, and they have won the Breeders' Cup Classic.
And White Barrio gets it done in a big way with jockey Brad Ortiz. I mean, this horse has really come into his own, and you have to say a lot about the training job by Richard Dutrow.
Yeah, no question. Rick off a 10-year suspension. I thought was about 9 years too long. It was more about his personality than what he actually did. Mark Reed told me years ago that in his opinion, there's no better horseman in the world than Rick Dutrow, and he just proved it, and here's more with the winning trainer of the Breeders' Cup Classic.
Things like vindication or redemption or anything?
No, doesn't enter my mind. It really doesn't. I got so much things on my plate right now. When I'm by myself with my thoughts, I don't think about that. I just think about him winning that next race, man. That's what I am into, and I love it in Saudi, and I love those people there. And man, I can't wait for them to be crowded around our horse.
And what a race it was. Well, let's turn our attention to something very special. Legendary Parks Hall of Fame jockey Tony Black was inducted into the Philadelphia Sports Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it was really cool. Bruce Costello and I were down there, and Tony was, even for him, a wild man. And here's more with Bruce Costello and Tony Black.
All right, let's get to our next inductee tonight. His name, Tony Black, from the world of horse racing.
Wow, what a night! Parks Hall of Fame jockey Tony Black in all his glory.
Hey guys, look at this. Look who's in the Hall of Fame. Even though they put my name higher than what I can almost reach.
Two-time NCAA basketball champion Jay Wright, NFL Hall of Famer from the Philadelphia Eagles Harold Carmichael, Phillies world champion Carlos Chooch Ruiz, and many more Philadelphia superstars. They were all here to celebrate the induction into the Philadelphia Sports Hall of Fame. Tony was second to none, and his speech was a big hit.
Tony competed in an astonishing 34,000 races. 34,000 races. And he finished in the top 3 in 14,000 of them. Tony, that's ridiculous, my man. That's unbelievable.
I started off my first race as a jockey, a winner. My dad thought he hit the jackpot. He got $532 for $10. So he was happy I was a jockey that particular day. You know, many years down the road, we think of Stand By Me. What's it mean? It's a horse's name. Or Benny King, I think, made the song Stand By Me very popular. Well, many years down the road, after riding like quite a few years, probably twice the amount of years that the average rider lasts, I thought, you know what? Stand By Me means more than just the horse's name. It took a lot of people to stand by me to make me last as an everyday rider over 30 years. 30 years in a highly physical athletic event. An event that when you get busted up, you don't say to yourself, geez, I hope this doesn't happen again. You say, how long is it going to take to get over this so I can get back on horses? That's what you say. After 30 years of riding, Stand By Me meant there was a lot of people that stood by me, that helped me be the athlete I was. It wasn't my good looks and my great personality.
Tony was the first ever to be inducted from the horse racing world into the Hall, a night he will never forget.
Just to be named on a list with the players that were inducted tonight, I mean, guys like Jay Wright, Jeremiah Trotter, Bernard Hopkins, Tony Black. Man, I can't believe I'm on the same list with those guys. It's such a thrill and an honor. I have one trainer that's here tonight that I've ridden for before he even trained horses. He was a groom. And then for the last 30 years, I've ridden for him. And people say, Richie Vega, he's sitting right over there. On the racetrack, if you wear glasses, they say you can't see. If you wear a hearing aid, they say you can't hear. Well, Richie and I are a perfect combination. I can't see and he can't hear. He doesn't have to listen to my pre-race rhetoric, and he doesn't have to listen to my post-race rhetoric. I always catch him walking back from the paddock doing this. What are you scratching your ear for, Richie? Oh, you don't want to hear. Okay, I've been divorced twice. I'm telling you some of my personal history. Been divorced twice, believe it or not. If either one of my wives had Richie's hearing, we probably still would have been married.
The master of ceremonies, Joe DeCamera from WIP All Sports Radio, put this special night into perspective.
It was everything. It was all these different sports. I mean, obviously, we primarily talk, Phils, Flyers, Sixers, Eagles on WIP and throughout the Delaware Valley, but there's a lot of other teams and a lot of other levels in a lot of other sports, and there was a lot that was honored tonight. It was a really great evening.
And my guess is you'd never heard of Tony Black before tonight. You never met him. What did you think of his performance?
Well, your guess would be correct. I had not met him, blown away by his accomplishments with what I had read, and his remarks tonight were, I'm telling you, Joe Conklin better look out, because Conklin's going to be replaced as the comedian of Philadelphia. Tony's on his way. I mean, that was a comedy routine, but mixed in with a lot of humanity of what he went through.
And then there was fellow inductee, former basketball coach and champion Jay Wright. He just loved what Tony had to say to the hundreds that were in attendance.
And you got to meet the one and only Tony Black tonight. First of all, what was it like meeting him? And then secondly, what was it like listening to him?
Tony Black put on a show. He could have done a 20-minute routine. I think they held him to 5-10 minutes. Everybody loved him.
Family and friends enjoyed the night, and Tony was a star that shined bright in South Philadelphia. Bruce Casella for Let's Go Racing.
He is a riot, and he's a lot of fun to have around the racetrack. big honor for him. Well, we have more coming up. We're going to head to a break. We have more Tony Black, more Breeders' Cup, and more from the great Cody's Wish coming up.
Cody's Wish has made his way up into third, and they're into the stretch.
The question a lot of people are asking themselves these days is, do I buy new or do I buy pre-owned? Here's what I'll tell you. New car inventories are still low and new car prices are still high. However, with the certified pre-owned Nissan at Chapman Nissan, we have a huge selection and you can save thousands over new. Plus a 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, roadside assistance, 1-year prepaid maintenance, and so much more. And not for nothing. Can you really tell the difference? I can't.
The Excite Center at Parks Casino, the region's hottest live entertainment venue. Check out your favorite concerts, comedy, boxing, MMA, all at the #1 casino in Pennsylvania. Don't miss country superstar and 14-time Grammy Award winner Martina McBride on Saturday, December 16, as she brings her Joy of Christmas tour to the stage of the Excite Center inside Parks Casino. Parks Casino, this is how you win. This is how you win. Tickets on sale now.
I just want to really thank the Hall of Fame Induction Committee for the honor of letting me be here. And what a class place this is. I'm here as a jockey. I went to the men's room. They even have a jockey urinal in there. Yeah, can you believe it? They got a jockey urinal. I'm the first jockey to ever get inducted in the Philadelphia Sports Athletic Hall of Fame. I'm #1. You know, us jockeys are 4'11", some of us are 5 foot, but we got 6, 8, 10-foot egos. And my ego is being fed real big tonight.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Well, we have more Breeders' Cup for you. We're going to get into the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. Grade 1, $1 million for everybody. This was about the great Cody's Wish and that magical story with Cody Dorman.
Yeah, no question. Trying to repeat. It's not easy to win one Breeders' Cup race. Cody's Wish trying to win 2.
Skippy Longstocking sent hard for the front. National Treasure 2, and Zozos is not going to go with them. He'll sit back and run in 3rd position. Then comes Cheryl's B to the outside. Charging is next. Stage Raider and Cody's Wish at the back of the pack. His normal running style, and the pace is fast in front of him as National Treasure had to work hard to get to the front. And he leads the way over Skippy Longstocking through an opening quarter mile in 22.51 seconds. They're motoring right along. Long shot Cheryl's B charging. Zozos 5th up the backstretch, 5 lengths off the lead, 5 ahead of Cody's Wish, and last of them all is Stage Raider. National Treasure, the Preakness winner in front, 3/4 of a length over Skippy Longstocking in second as they complete this first half mile up the backstretch in 46.02 seconds. And then it's Cheryl's B in 3rd. Zozos 4th down on the inside. Cody's Wish is coming now. He's beginning to move. He just moved off the long side of Zozos. He just went by Chargent. He's 4th, and Junior Alvarado and Cody's Wish are on the move as they round the far turn. National Treasure has a 2-length lead here. Skippy Longstocking is 2nd. Cody's Wish has made his way up into 3rd, and they're into the stretch. And it's National Treasure still there. Cody's Wish in between horses. Now up into 2nd. On the outside, it's Skippy Longstocking. Here comes Cody's Wish alongside of National Treasure. Cody's Wish takes the lead. Cody's Wish and National Treasure coming down to the line. Fighting back National Treasure. Cody's Wish.
Well, it was a fight to the finish, but Cody's Wish was all heart and a really good ride from Junior Alvarado.
Brilliant ride by Junior. He doesn't get there. Another great training job by Bill Mott. National Treasure did everything but win the race. But unfortunately, Danny, we got really sad news. The very next day, Cody Dorman, on the way home, passed away. I mean, it's amazing that he was able to live as long as he did with that hideous disease. Most people don't last that long, but what a great story that he got to interact with Cody's Wish all the times, and it'll be great memory for his family, but yeah, really sad ending for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Our thoughts and prayers with his family, and of course, the whole racing community has embraced the Dorman family. Let's get into the fillies and the mares in the Grade 1 distaff going 1.1 miles, $2 million, and you know, a couple of horses we got to see run in the Cotillion. Hoosier filly, of course, Pretty Mischievous did scratch, but Idiomatic was the talk of the town.
Yeah, Clariere a couple years ago won the Cotillion, but yeah, I loved Idiomatic. There were 3 horses all weekend I absolutely loved. Idiomatic, She feels pretty on Friday, and I'm not getting over this one for a while. She was the best horse, lost by a half in the juvenile fillies turf. And of course, White Barrio. I was right on 2 of 3. If I'm right on 3 of 3, Danny, I'm probably not sitting here. I'm probably in Cancun right now.
Here's the call to distaff.
Up the backstretch they go. That half mile, 46.26 seconds. A solid enough pace here, set by the 3-year-old filly Randomized, who leads Idiomatic by just a half a length. And then it's Hoosier Filly third on the inside. Adair Manor now being pushed along for more speed in fourth. She's still 3 behind and clear from Search Results and Desert Dawn. Then Ludovita, Clairiere, and Wet Paint around the far turn they go. And here comes Idiomatic creeping up alongside of Randomized, and they hook up with 5/16 of a mile to run. Adair Manor is next. Search Results looks to get going with a wide trip as they make their way to the top of the stretch. Randomized yet to get past. They're into the stretch, and Idiomatic now is right alongside. And Search Results continues to put in a strong bid. Clairiere is coming on. Adair Manor is there. Desert Dawn and Ludovita on the outside. It's a wide open distaff. Idiomatic has taken the lead. Clairiere trying to squeeze through, but it's going to be Idiomatic.
An Idiomatic Florent Giroux kind of reminds you of the Monomoy girl days back again, and kind of a wild finish, but she does hold on for the win.
It was a wild finish. The biggest problem I had with this race, Danny, is understanding how it would be run, because there were all these horses with similar styles. Adair Manor, Idiomatic. They were talking about sending Hoosier Filly. I don't even know what Hoosier Filly was doing in the race. Randomized is a terrific horse, and the fact that Idiomatic was able to hold on, and she was struggling. They were all struggling. My thinking was, even if she's struggling, I just didn't think the field was very good. Brad Cox, 9-5, Florent Giroux, Idiomatic, and I think she puts her name squarely in the Horse of the Year discussion.
Oh, absolutely. And what a rough trip for Clairiere. She had so much horse, couldn't get through. And really exciting finish there. Well, let's get to the juvenile horses. This was on Friday, Future Stars card, 2-year-olds. Grade 1, $2 million Breeders' Cup Juvenile going the mile 16th. Possibly going to see some of these horses in the Kentucky Derby starting gate, but Locked is our post-time favorite.
Yeah, Locked off the Breeders' Cup, off the Breeders' Futurity win at Keeneland. That was the horse I liked the most, but I thought this was kind of open.
And it wouldn't be a race without Baffert. Bob Baffert has our second choice, Muth.
A mere $2 million at the 6.
Here's the Breeders' Cup Juvenile.
General Partner makes the pace, and it's prompted by Fierceness on the outside. And these two complete a quarter in 23.25 seconds. Break of another 2 to Muth running along in third. Right outside of stablemate Wind Me Up. Prince of Monaco is 5th. He's 5 from the front. Timberlake is on the outside of him. Then Noted, Locked, and between those two, Cuban Thunder, 8 lengths off of front-running General Partner. And Mandy Franco, who went 47.02 seconds for the first half mile. Fierceness 3/4 of a length behind, running in second. Muth is third to the outside, just in behind the leaders. Timberlake is getting going now. A 3-wide run, but on the charge. Within 4 lengths of the front, Prince of Monaco. Going right with him is Wind Me Up retreats. Locked has to do better. Around the far turn they go. Fierceness grabs the lead. Muth right up alongside. General Partner gives way and is back into third. And they're into the stretch. And it's Fierceness and Muth. The two of them turning for home with Fierceness in front. Fierceness is opened up here.
And we saw the real Fierceness getting a really comfortable win there for a pulley stable, Todd Pletcher. You know, John Velasquez just had a beautiful trip and kicked away for the win.
I thought this was as impressive as any win over the weekend. 105 buyer. This is your winner book favorite for the Kentucky Derby. And this is another handicapping tip, right? This horse had the best maiden race at Saratoga this summer, 95 buyer. 1 to 2 favorite in the Champagne. Slop. Misses the break. Well, Todd Pletcher put a line through it. Well, maybe we should have too.
Yeah.
At 16 to 1, sometimes you can forgive one bad race, especially when there's circumstances. Fierceness. Easy to say after it's over at 16 to 1.
Put that in your handicapping notebook for next time, guys. Well, let's get to some local racing. Going to take a look back at Monday's 8th race, going 7 furlongs, optional claiming $50,000. $53,000 is the purse, and 5 Dreams is the favorite, coming off the Bold Ruler effort.
Yeah, obviously ran against much better with Durante and Twisted Ride last time. Drops back into a race. On paper, that's easy.
And Rob the Rich, a horse we talk about a lot on this show, is our second choice.
Yeah, and a great claim on paper, it looks like, for $35,000 last time for Randy Finnegan and Juan Guerrero.
Here's our local race of the week.
Five Dreams has opened up a notch. He has about a length and a half, 2 lengths over Eloquist in second. Then back to Rob the Rich. Praetorian Guard getting a little bit closer right to his outside. New Commission and Yodeliehu. He can see them all as they make their way towards the turn. Five Dreams continues to show them the way. Under a comfortable margin here, he is about 2 lengths over Eloquist, who's continuing to hold his position in second. Rob the Rich looms on the outside. He's being asked under Michael Sanchez, and he's beginning to move. Then it's back to New Commission, Praetorian Guard, and Yodeliehu, uncorked from the back, the half, 46 flat. At the top of the stretch, Five Dreams has led every step of the way, but now he has some company. Eloquist right to his outside. Rob the Rich charges down the center of the track. Yodeliehu gaining with every stride. Rob the Rich puts his nose in front. Eloquist fights on the outside. Yodeliehu, there's the 16th left to go. Rob the Rich, game on the lead. Eloquist, Yodeliehu, and Rob the Rich, he gets the money.
Rob the Rich and Michael Sanchez again with another win. Hey, this horse loves this distance, 7 furlongs. Michael Sanchez knows him very well, and it says a lot that Carlos Guerrero went back and reclaimed this horse back.
No question, and they got their almost all their money back. It's a $53,000 purse, and this horse is now 40 starts, 10 wins, 7 seconds. Love Rob the Rich.
Yeah, he's a serious racehorse. Well, we have to go to another break, but we have so much more coming up. Jockey and Trainer of the Week, best of the rest, all coming up. You don't want to go anywhere on Let's Go Racing.
The Excite Center at Parks Casino, the region's hottest live entertainment venue. Check out your favorite concerts, comedy, boxing, MMA, all at the #1 casino in Pennsylvania. Don't miss the mind-blowing magic and illusions of the one and only Michael Carbonaro on Friday, December 15th. This legendary performer will light up the stage at the Excite Center inside Parks Casino. Parks Casino, this is how you win. This is how you win. Tickets on sale now.
Did you know absolutely no taxpayer dollars support the Pennsylvania horse racing industry? In fact, racing generates $1.6 billion that pays taxes, creates jobs, and more, right here in Pennsylvania.
One thing I forgot to do in the very beginning is to thank the Hall of Fame for recognizing jockeys and the horse racing industry as a highly physical athletic event for horse and for jockey. We ain't just sitting there. We're working when we're riding these horses. And if you think we're just sitting there, it's only because you never rode a racehorse.
Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Go Racing. Well, some more comedic highlights from Tony Black's acceptance speech. He was on a roll.
He was on a roll, and it was such a great night. I mean, Jay Wright, the Villanova coach, was honored. The great Bernard Hopkins. I mean, it was a legendary night, but nobody was any funnier than Tony Black.
We'll see if we'll hopefully see more of him coming up, that's for sure. And Jockey and Trainer of the Week, congratulations. Louis Rivera Jr., he's an apprentice to keep an eye on. Here he's with Bobby Martell, the great agent for Frankie Pennington. And in New York, Angel Cordero. He's not wasting his time. This kid's got some chops.
He's okay. He's going to win some races, right?
And of course, Trainer of the Week is the legendary Scott Lake. He's in our Parks Hall of Fame, and he's got some big numbers behind him.
162 wins from 4th all time. At the moment, Scott has 6,364 wins. He's number 6, but he's heading to number 4.
Yeah, and that's some big numbers, and he's a lot of fun to sit and talk horses with, I know that. We're going to go into our best of the rest, and we're going to take a look back at Monday's 9th race, Fillies and Mares going 1 mile and 70 yards. $50,000 is the purse. Keep your eye on the number 7 Beach Days. She's been crying for 2 turns.
Yeah, no doubt. Linda Loves Gold was the big 3-5 favorite, but for John Service just did not have it. But Beach Days absolutely has it and just runs away. This is a romp. Wins by almost 8 lengths at the wire for Farrell Mann.
Yeah, and if you see jockey Adam Bowman has been aboard her almost every start. He gets on her every morning. He's her first horse in the morning. He said she's really quiet going out, but he actually needs the outrider to help take him home. She likes to train. We're going to jump back into the Breeders' Cup. This is the turf, 1.5 miles. This is a really long race, $4 million, and the Euros come over and they mean business.
Yeah, they do. We mentioned how strong this field was last week, and it was one of the strongest of the year. And look at the rail. Ryan Moore for Aidan O'Brien, the 5. Auguste Rodin, the English Derby winner. It's going to come up to the mark. Ran a terrific race for Todd Pletcher to get second, but you don't beat Aidan O'Brien and Ryan Moore in the turf. And if I had known that, I probably would be in Cancun.
Let's get Dick to Cancun, but August Rodin, what a well-bred horse too.
Indeed.
Deep Impact, who's by Sunday Silence, and one of Coolmore's top mares, really cool by Galileo. Well, we're going to get into the sprint. This was the last race on the Breeders' Cup card. 6 furlongs, and we're going to see here one of the horses is going to reclaim their championship.
Yeah, Elite Power was the favorite again, Danny, after last year. I mean, he had that incredible year. He clinched the championship. He's trying to do it again, the 8 for Bill Mott. Bill Mott had 3 wins over the weekend, and he finishes it off with Elite Power. He won the first Breeders' Cup race on Saturday with Cody's Wish, and he wins the last with Elite Power.
Both by a great sire, Curlin.
Indeed.
Real testament to Bill Mott's training job. Well, we have a final break to get to, but we're going to make some money. We're going to try to make you some money next week, and some more coming up.
For years, the Wager Warrior has protected our tracks. Now he's on a mission to help his fellow warriors win big. Let's see how it's going.
Boats Rockland has been having a good run. He's definitely going to show. Should I risk it on the win?
Hey you, over here. No, down here. Check out the past performances. I've sent them to your email. I was just trying to help. Go to penhorseracing.com/wagerwarriors to get your past performances today.
Want to get out of the cold this winter? Well, Parks Racing is just the place to keep you warm and toasty. Parks Racing gives you plenty of live horse racing action all winter long. And yes, it's fun to see them run from other racetracks as well, with plenty of simulcast action from all around the country. It's a front row seat to see the top 3-year-olds prep for the Triple Crown from Gulfstream Park, Santa Anita, and more. So put on your snow boots, grab your coat, and head on over to Parks Racing. It's warm and toasty, and always, it's fun to see them run.
The advice I'd like to give some of the younger athletes is, it's a saying that I say to all young athletes and my one young son. In fact, let me get him to say it. What's my favorite saying, Pete?
Get over it.
Get over it. When you start out in an athletic event and it isn't going just right, don't dwell on it. Go to the next part of that athletic event. Don't sit there and let what you past did ruin your present and future. Get over it.
What a night sports fans had in Philadelphia with Tony Black, just the star of the show. And Dick, I hear he's not quite done racing.
No, he said he's 72. He said he wants to be the oldest rider ever to win a race. So look out. Maybe before the end of 2023, you might see Tony out there and win another.
I hopefully will get him to see that cool flying dismount that he does. Well, let's look at a Parks race. We're going to make some money this Monday in the 9th race. We picked it. It's fillies and mares going 7 furlongs, $26,000 purse. And I'll go first. I'm going to go with the number 3, Dial Her Up, Bobby Moscow. Really beautiful filly by Dialed In. They claimed her out of Keeneland, and to me, she's got the best speed figures. Hopefully she can get out there loose on the lead and keep it going.
Yeah, I didn't have a great feel for this race, so when you don't have a great feel for it, what do? You pick Jamie Ness. I'll take Comedy Act. Jamie Ness, the man.
Just like Tony Black, Comedy Act. I see a theme here.
There you go.
Well, make sure you get out here early because we do have a post time change. It's 12:05. You don't want to miss anything because all the action is here at Parks. Hope you had a great show. Thanks for watching us on Let's Go Racing.
And they're off. Skippy Longstocking has early speed. We the people from in between horses. Taba has got the lead now. It's Taba in the center of the racetrack, but Taba is drawing away. And Taba with Mike Smith, they win the Bet Parks Pennsylvania Derbies.